feels like the time is right for me to make an expression. Oh, I love you, I need you, I don't want to leave you guessing. So, will you be my friend? Will you stand by me till the end?
Hey y'all, welcome back inside my real kitchen, where this week's episode is on gluten-free cookies. I'm gonna make 2 different kinds, and I'm gonna show you the procedure for both. We're gonna do, well, I'm just gonna let you wait and find out. Enjoy. Okay, here we go. Super easy coconut macaroons. To mix our macaroons, I have 8 ounces of unsweetened shredded coconut, 8 ounces of honey, a teaspoon of vanilla, and we'll do a pinch of salt. I also have 2 egg whites, which I will beat up to medium peaks in the mixer. Now, we got egg whites mixed to medium peaks here. They actually seem to be a little bit stiff, possibly just almost overbeaten, but it will be just fine. So, we're gonna start by mixing our honey into our coconut. A lot of coconut macaroon recipes call for sweetened condensed milk and sweetened coconut, shredded coconut. I think that's just far too much. So I use unsweetened coconut and a little bit of honey because I don't want the lactose, but also doesn't need to be as sweet as condensed milk is. Our vanilla. Give it a little mix. Starting to come together here. It's such a simple cookie to just whip up and bake. Oh yeah, I've got an oven preheating at 350. It's probably gonna bake for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So I added our salt into our egg whites to get it dissolved and fully incorporated. I'm going to start by adding a little bit of egg whites to this and folding them in. Just lighten up the mixture a little bit with a small amount of your egg whites so that you can more gently fold in the rest and keep some of the elevation. But it's nicely moistening our mixture so far. And the rest I'm actually going to put in here. Not all on top of the egg whites, a little bit at a time, but because this bowl is bigger, it'll give me more of a folding space, if you can see it. Fold in those egg whites. Get them fully incorporated. You don't want any egg white streaks. It's not pleasant. There we go. All right, now we're gonna scoop these out onto a pan. Honey. All right. Now the distinct round dome shape that these usually have comes from an ice cream scoop, but I don't have one. So I'm gonna use some spoons if I can find them. Guess I'll use 2 small spoons. I'm gonna try and mound them up as much as I can so they're the same little round drops. This isn't so bad. Can kind of manipulate them. These are gonna look nice. After 25 minutes in the oven, our macaroons are ready to come out. Oh. Well, looks like they were a little bit wet because they kind of ran together. But I still think they're going to be delicious. Also, they're a little bit dark, so maybe they could have used 5 minutes less in the oven. But they're definitely, you know, firm, held together. They smell delicious. So let's let them cool off for a minute. So I'm taking these cookies with me to dinner at someone else's house, and I want to put them in this nice box, or this nice tin that says incredibly delicious and sinfully divine. But I don't have parchment that's round, and I don't really feel like cutting it, so I have this little technique I want to show you. I take parchment and I just squish it into all the edges and then fold the paper down. And naturally we create a pleat with the paper that gets it neatly folded into a circle. And then we can just turn it around. And we're aligned. So as soon as the cookies are cool, I'll put them in this tin and take them away to be enjoyed. It will happen one day, it will all come true. One day. Okay, our next cookie video is on a flourless peanut butter and chocolate chip cookie. Ooh, that's gonna be good. Now to mix up our chocolate chip peanut butter cookies, or peanut chocolate chip cookies, we have 1.5 cups of crunchy peanut butter in a mixing bowl, because I like the crunchy texture, as well as 1 cup of coconut palm sugar. But you could use any kind of sugar you want. This is just the creaming of the sugar and the fat with paddle. I'm also preheating the oven at 325 degrees. We're gonna put 1 teaspoon of baking powder in this creaming part. And 1 teaspoon of, well, half a teaspoon of salt. The peanut butter's got salt in it already. And then we'll pour in our vanilla. And we've got 1 egg and 2 yolks. And we'll put those in one by one. I'm gonna scrape it down a little bit because the egg's not really getting incorporated. There we go. And now I'm going to sprinkle in some chocolate chips. I also have some chunks of unsweetened chocolate in here too, so however they make it in will be great. Oh man, it's super oily, super high fat cookie here. It's a cookie dough though, but I don't want it to just break all over the pan once it goes in the oven. So let's add something wet. What should we add that's wet? Perhaps a little bit of milk? That might do the trick. I'm trying to keep this flourless. It's a gluten-free cookie. So let's try throwing a splash of milk in there. Turn it way down. Of course, I'm using almond milk, not regular milk, but use whatever kind of milk you like. I think it's working. Okay, it's much wetter now. This is an interesting spot to be in. So, let's keep mixing it a little bit more. That's better. That's like a batter. And you know what? We're going to chill these cookies. We're going to drop them onto a lined sheet pan, and then we're going to put them in the freezer for 20 minutes. So sheet pan is next. Let's drop in some cookies. Let's be sure to give them some space. But I kind of want them to be big. Give them some space to spread out and get crispy if they want to. I'm just gonna start with 6 because I don't know how big they're gonna be. You know what? There's not that much batter left. I'm just gonna divvy it up between the 6 of them, I think. Move this one a little bit further to the edge. These two over here are huge. This is an experiment cookie. By all means, I have never tried this recipe before, but I thought that it might work. So, hopefully these don't all just run into each other and make a giant blob. That's why we're gonna freeze them, to give them just a tiny bit of stability. Oh, these are gonna be so good. All right, now they're going into the freezer until they're frozen. All right, our cookies are totally frozen and they're ready to go in the oven. 325 degrees, middle of the rack. I'm gonna start it for 10 minutes and then maybe we'll turn it around and do another 10. Here we go, cookies. All right, 20 minutes in the oven has our peanut butter cookies fully cooked. Oh, they look so nice. They've got a slight little crack on them. Now we have to let them cool, really properly cool, because they're definitely gonna be soft. Oh, but they're gonna be so good. Okay, our cookies are cool and it's time to taste them. I've got a little glass of almond milk and both of our gluten-free cookies. Our coconut macaroon came out a bit softer than I would have liked, and I think that was just a little too much liquid, maybe a little too much honey, and one too many egg whites. But it still has a deliciously toasty, chewy flavor and texture, and it is very nice. Time to go into this peanut butter chocolate chip. It's a soft cookie. It's a big, soft cookie. Yum. The crunchy peanuts, that's so nice. Oh, what a delicious cookie. Thanks for watching gluten-free cookie episode. If there's anything that you ever want to see on this show, just let me know. Hit me up somehow. Because if you've watched this whole video, then you probably know how to get in touch with me. Thanks for watching. See you later.